everyone, this is Stephanie with Markit. You're watching this video to learn about recording expenses and mileage, so we can get started. I'm logged into my desktop and I'm going to start by clicking the expenses button on the top ribbon. And from here, you can go ahead and click the record expenses button or record mileage button from this screen. It will also show you all of your expenses that you have entered in already, and you have the ability to filter by date and then toggle between your expenses and your mileages that you have entered. From this screen, you can also create an expense category. So you can have things like employee cell phones, materials, supplies, just anything that comes to mind that you would need to categorize your expenses into. And you also have the ability to add vendors for your expenses as well. So to begin, I'm going to click the Record Expense button from the left menu. And you have the ability to backdate if the date that is currently is not what you're entering for. So say you have a receipt from the previous day, you can go ahead and change the date on this. You can add your vendors. You can also choose a customer to add an expense to a work order. So for example, if I choose my customer, I know that I've been working on Ed's house. I'm going to find that work order number, choose that, and then now I can go ahead and add my items. So I'm going to go ahead and put my fuel and mileage. I don't need to put any descriptions. I'm going to say that I spent $34.50. And I'm going to say that's billable because of the distance we had to drive to get to his house. For another line, you can go ahead and add something like travel expenses or other, whatever your categories are. You can always put in a note. I had to buy a calling card. That was $20. I'm not going to go ahead and bill my customer that, but I want it to be noted. So just keep in mind that you can always delete any of these line items by pressing the trash can, but this way you can itemize all of your expenses into one receipt, so that way you can sync it with your QuickBooks Online. So going down, you can also add a reference number, you can add notes, and it's really great because you can actually upload your receipts to the work order as well. So for example, I have my receipt from the other day that I'm going to just go ahead and attach. So that way my customer will know that it's there. So going through again, I have this from the other day. I have my customer. I have the work order that I was working on. The billable item for my gas that I want to charge him for. I just wanted to note that I had to buy a calling card for this. And then now I can go ahead and save. So now you have an itemized expense. So you can go ahead and see that you have fuel and other all listed. You have your picture of your receipt, and from here you can always edit this information, or if you choose the More button, you can also convert this into an invoice and send it to your customers. So you'll get a new invoice started. Again, you can just make sure that you have all the information there. It's a final payment. It's based off of the work order number if you want to put that in there. Again, this was the only thing that I clicked as billable, so this is the only thing that will show up on the invoice. And then I can go ahead and preview this and then send my invoice. So it's that easy to go ahead and create itemized expenses, turn them into invoices, and send them out to your customers, or just notate what services that you did on the work order so that you can log your own expenses. Just a reminder, you can always go into your reports section and see your expenses by category, category summary, customers, vendors. You have a bunch of information in your report section regarding that as well. So the other thing I want to go ahead and show you is, if we go back into expenses, is how to track your mileage. So again, you can either choose it from the left menu or the green button, and you're going to do exactly the same thing. So you can backdate if necessary. You can choose a vendor, for example, Circle K. I don't have a customer. This is just for my own vehicle, so I'm not going to attach it to anything. You can choose it by distance traveled or odometer reading. For example, I'm going to just put 25 miles in there. It has the rate per mile in there. It goes ahead and calculates all this for you. If you have a tax, you can add it. I decided that this is not going to be billable because, again, this is just my own work truck. A reference number notes if this was going to a customer's house, for example. And then you can always upload your receipts again for the gas itself and then save. So that's our mileage that was gone ahead and saved as well. So again, you can always click the My Expenses button from the left menu, and here's all the information that we've entered in expenses and then in mileage. So I hope that answers some questions for you. If you have any more, just feel free to reach out to us, but I hope this was helpful and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.